Hi guys, it's Dana from Bright Red Marketing, and today I want to walk you through how to do your targeting in your Facebook ads. Now, there's so much to know here, but I see so many people running campaigns and not knowing the full extent of the options that are available to you. So just a quick rundown: when you are doing your targeting, you're trying to find someone who is the perfect match to buy your product, obviously. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this. Now, I know a lot of you will be doing solely interest-based targeting, which essentially means you come in here, you grab your detailed targeting, and you throw in every single interest that you can possibly think of that might be relevant to your audience and to your product. Now, it's not the best way to do that, but so what I want to show you how to do is how to actually really get your targeting really quite finite and specific. So before I do that, I just want to show you some of the options that you have available to you that I see so many people not knowing they exist. So normally what people do is they get into here and they start typing in Lorna Jane and they go, awesome, all right, well, let's grab Lorna Jane, and now everything that comes up. So they pack out this audience with everything that they can possibly think of. Now, that's great for some things, but it's not very specific. So what I want to teach you how to do instead is to hit the browse button. So when you hit the browse button, you get 4 very different categories. So demographics is probably one of the most underutilized sections in here, and it's really specific. So you can come under education and you can, target people based on their education level, which is really helpful if you are doing any kind of education product. Or something that's specific to people that are in a specific field of study, or whether you want to have something that's targeted to uni graduates. Some really cool kind of targeting you can do there. The financial ones are a little bit iffy in Australia. In the US, they're a little bit better, but in terms of these, you can target based on people's estimated income. Now, keep in mind, Facebook doesn't actually know how much you earn. They really have no idea. What this data comes from is the kinds of places that you engage with, and then they guess. So it's not 100% accurate, but it's close. So if you've got a really high-end product, sometimes it is worth testing whether a higher income bracket does give you a better conversion rate. Again, net worth is not going to be very reliable, but it is there if you would like to test it. Generation can be quite helpful if you've got a product that only, is relevant to baby boomers or to Generation X or to millennials. Keep in mind, some of these don't work in Australia yet. We don't have quite as much data, which is, I suppose, a good thing and a bad thing. So just keep in mind, here baby boomers is a US stat only. You can also do these yourself just by picking the right ages if you do a little bit of research and find out how old they would have to be a specific generation. The next one is home. Now, this is quite interesting information. Again, not 100% accurate, but sometimes worth testing. So this can be if you are in real estate and you want to target, renters or people that are mortgaged or people that are homeowners. Really kind of cool data to test and try with. Not always going to be 100% accurate, but definitely something to test because it can actually give you really great conversion rates if you get something that really aligns with your product. Now, life events is probably one of the biggest and most powerful tools that Facebook has, but it's also one of the ones that are most often missed. So if you've got any kind of product that is relevant to an anniversary or a birthday, or especially if you're in the wedding business, they've got newly engaged to the month, they've got whether you're recently married or whether you've recently moved house. Really incredible data and 100% accurate because it's given to Facebook by the users. So someone will say, I'm recently engaged, and Facebook tracks that data. So if you're in the wedding business, brilliant kind of targeting here. So you can also find people that have got friends that have got birthdays coming up. So if you've got a product that could be a really great birthday present, really interesting way to start targeting. And you can also do birthdays. So if someone's got a birthday coming up, that sort of thing. The next one that I see so many people not even knowing it exists is you can actually target parents. And when I say parents, I mean like down to the age of the children. So you can target people whether they're expectant parents or whether they've got 6 to 8 year olds, whether they're brand new parents, whether they've got preteens or teenagers or adult children. This kind of data is incredible for anyone that's trying to sell anything to parents. It's all well and good to, target interest-based for this sort of thing, but this data is pretty accurate. So if you are targeting anything that would be relevant to a parent, make sure this is one of your demographics. Politics, again, only available in the US. Relationship status can be really good if you want to have anything to do with someone who's going to be engaged or someone who's in a relationship. If you've got a product that only benefits singles, like a dating site. Actually, you can't do dating sites on Facebook. They've got the monopoly on that. But if, say, you had I saw the other day a subscription box for singles, that would be a great one to put in there. You've also got, various industries that people can work in if you're doing more business to business. And then you get into your interests and your behaviors. Now, your behaviors are really interesting. So whether they've got an anniversary in the next 60 to 90 days. Automotive, you've got, let me just fix this so you can see. So whether they're a commercial use buyer, whether they're a luxury car buyer, and these do vary quite a lot. So you've got digital activities. So are they console gamers? Are they event creators? If you're in the marketing space, whether they're using Facebook payments, what operating system they use. So if you've got a app that only works on a particular device, you can actually segment down by that. Again, small business owners is a category. So you've got things like expats and financial, and I don't want to spend too much time going into all of this because, as you can see, there's literally hundreds of different options. But I just wanted to give you an idea that this is here so you can go through and look through and really start to define out your audience. Now, once you've gone through and done that, what I want you to keep in mind is this narrow audience button and this exclude people button. Now, so what most people do is they just go here and they type in as many people as they can, and that's where they go. Now, what I want to show you is if you actually hit this narrow audience button, what you're doing is saying, so if I want to go Facebook page admins, and I know this is here because I've used it many times. So now what I'm saying is these are and statements. So these are or statements. So what I'm saying is I don't mind if my article or my post or my ad is seen by people who like the Female Entrepreneur Association or Marie Forleo. What I'm doing when I say this is, but they must be a Facebook page admin. So if you're targeting parents, that would be your and statement. So they must be a parent, but maybe they could be a fan of Lorna Jane or Lululemon. So you're actually getting your data to be much more targeted and much more relevant to your ideal customer, which in turn increases your relevance score, which is a really important stat that we'll talk about later, which in turn increases the conversions of your ads. So when it comes down to your audience definition, it's not always about getting the biggest number, but it's more about getting the most relevant number of people. So I hope you've got a lot out of that. If you're still stuck or confused, be sure to reach out. I'm more than happy to give you a hand. I've got a free Facebook ad review promotion running at the moment. So you get 20 minutes with me and we will run through your ad and I can give you a hand with all of this stuff and show you exactly what to do to really give your ads the best chance of success. So thank you very much for listening. If you've got any questions, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about your Facebook ads targeting.